Hey, Max here, the Celeb Talk Guy, and we have an awesome video. Today we are going to be talking about some different 90 Day Fiance stuff, some recent gossip that came out about Big Ed, which really makes me not like him. We're also going to talk about the episode of 90 Day Fiance What Now that aired last night. It was okay. And I'm also going to talk about an interview with Avery from the last season of 90 Day Fiance with Sherelle's World. She is another gossip YouTuber. So we have so much to talk about. Let's first jump into Ed. What is going on with Ed again? And it makes me so mad that they haven't kicked this guy off the TV show. Okay, so what is going on? Well, we have to give credit to Frauded by TLC, the Fraudcast podcast. I'll put her Instagram below. You gotta give her a shout out because she is amazing at finding this stuff. Okay, so she found these Instagram comments by this account that was totally, absolutely trashing Rose. And somehow she connected the dots and figured out this account is actually Ed's fake account. So really, it's just disguised as someone else, but truly it's actually Ed behind the account. And the stuff he is commenting that I'm going to show you guys right now is pretty insane. But first off, to show the proof, check this out right there. A person asked this account that is Ed, "Hey there, are the rumors that this is actually Big Ed true? Not judging, I'm a huge fan. About to buy a cameo from you for my mom." And this account that is Ed responded, "A man has to defend himself, haha. What's your name on Cameo? I'll make this extra special, blah, 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 blah." So now we know clearly this account is Ed. Now check out what this account was commenting about Rose. Check that out right there. This account by Ed said, "I can smell her ulcer just from your Instagram, man. Blank, Rose is a stanky girl." And here's another one. "Go Big Ed. Rose used you to get a green card and even wanted a kid with you to further ensure citizenship, but you didn't fall for it. Now all these Karens are defending Rose just because she's a girl. Those girls saying you to them after you became famous is a typical thing girls do for fame and attention. Pay no mind to them." Are you guys kidding me? I mean, this has to be a joke. We already know this is Big Ed. Seriously, I mean, I am begging TLC and I'm begging someone. I've seen people start like petitions to get baby girl Lisa off the show. I've seen people start petitions to get Jeffrey off the show. I think Ed is next. I don't know why no one's trying to get Ed off the show. This is unbelievable that someone is so immature and crazy to say this kind of stuff. And even as I saw Ed get worse and worse, I was still kind of like, you know what? The guy is a scummy guy, but at the end of the day, he's not that bad. I thought he was rude, and I thought he was just an overall kind of a weird, rude creep. But after reading these comments that he said under a fake Instagram account, the fact that this guy even made a fake Instagram account tells you enough about him. He's immature. He is just clearly the guy who's doing this for fame. He's just an idiot. I mean, that's the only way to describe him. He's an idiot. He's a moron, and he shouldn't be allowed to be on this show. And I don't follow him on social media, and I would ask you guys to do the same just to kind of deflate his head, because we should not be giving this guy any fame or any recognition for all the ridiculous stuff and rude stuff and just straight up immature stuff that he has done. So Ed, that is the deal. He made a fake Instagram account. He's bashing Rose, saying really inappropriate, rude stuff. And the other thing about Ed that Frauded by TLC found, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Ed is doing all these cameo videos and all this kind of stuff. And he's kind of doing stuff with celebrities. He's doing a ton of interviews and crap. He ended up kind of getting in contact with Tori Spelling, and he was going to do like a live stream with her, and then all of a sudden, all these nasty rumors and comments started coming out about Ed, and just like that, Tori Spelling said, "Nope, I have technical difficulties, and I'm not going to be able to make the live stream." But the funniest thing about this is Frauded by TLC noticed that, guess what? Tori Spelling unfollowed Ed after she had her technical difficulties. So we can pretty much assume that is a bunch of crap, and she probably just realized, okay, this guy is a major creep, he's weird, he's rude, he has just got so much crap going on, I am not doing this. And I can't help but say that I am a little bit happy about that. Okay, now moving on to 90 Day Fiance What Now, the episode that aired last night. It's a decent little show, nothing too special. Basically, we saw Jesse and his girlfriend, we saw Chantel and her family, we saw Corey and Evelyn, we saw Benjamin and Akini, and a couple more couples. Nothing very interesting to even really talk about. I just wanted to mention it. Put in the comments below if you guys watched it. The only thing I thought was kind of interesting was Benjamin and Akini, because they were were a couple that was just up in the air. I don't know if you guys even remember them. They were a really strange couple. They didn't look good together. They had no synergy. You could just tell Akini kind of wanted to come to America, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was just a really weird couple. Benjamin couldn't afford the bride price thing for Akini, so Akini's dad just couldn't stand the guy. It was really odd. We haven't heard much from this couple, so I was pretty, excited to see what was going on. And from what we could see, it looks like Akini is in the process of coming over to America on, the 90-day K-1 visa type thing, and to possibly actually get married and stay in America. But because of the coronavirus, everything is postponed, everything is delayed, and it kind of sounds like Akini is kind of getting cold feet. She didn't seem very enthusiastic to come to America, and she especially didn't seem very enthusiastic for her wedding. She was even telling Benjamin, I don't want to rush it, I just want to get there, see how everything's like in Arizona, kind of get my feet a little wet, and then go from there. Which tells me what, I've always kind of thought from Akini and Benjamin. I don't know if it's going to work because they're so different. It's just not really a good couple. And for everyone else, we saw Laura, saw Jesse. I don't like any of them, so I'm not even going to comment. I'm sorry if you guys do. I can get in more depth, if you guys want me to later on. But I just think they're all so boring, and we know everyone's drama. Laura and Aladdin, okay, Aladdin sent over the divorce papers. We know that they're going to get a divorce. They're in the process of it. I don't know what was going on with that couple. When I watched this couple, I knew something wasn't right because we had Aladdin over here, who is an attractive, fit guy, and we had Laura over here, and I'm sorry guys, but she is just not much of a catch. Come to find out, she was a pretty big liar, and just had this long list of stuff kind of working against her that didn't really make her that big of a catch. And I don't know, maybe that was just the last straw that ended it for Aladdin, but either way, it seemed like Aladdin was all enthusiastic, he was all happy, and then just like that, he wanted a divorce. So maybe he was just sick of her, maybe he thought that she had tons of money when in reality she's completely broke. But in the last episode, she was talking to a divorce lawyer, she's trying to get the divorce, finalized, and then we saw a little clip where it said that Aladdin did actually send the divorce papers over to Laura. And one last thing I want to cover today that I thought was really interesting was this talk and interview and drama with Avery from the last season, I guess kind of the current season of 90 Day Fiance, Avery and Ash. For those of you that don't know, Soap Dirt did a horrible article about Avery a couple weeks ago, right around when the season actually started, I think, saying basically that Avery is a god-awful mom because she has 2 kids. We all have seen her younger daughter, she's like a toddler, but she has like a 10 or 11-year-old daughter from a previous relationship, and she even kind of said on the show, my relationship, with the new dad is fine. He's a nice guy. We can, co-parent. But my relationship with the first dad is god-awful. It just doesn't work. They don't have any synergy. They can't even get along to co-parent. And they're fighting 24/7. And the interesting thing was I kind of just believed that, but it was just the one source. And I was hearing all these people come out and say, you know what? I don't think that's even true. So I didn't know where to stand on Avery. I wasn't commenting. A lot of you people were calling her a deadbeat mom, and I didn't really want to comment or get into it. But last night, she did an exclusive interview with Sherelle's World on YouTube. Phenomenal YouTube channel. Check her out. I actually watch her religiously. I think she is really cool and funny and just a good channel. She did the interview, and the interview was really interesting, and it gave me a change of heart on Avery. Now, of course, Avery could have been lying. There's no doubt about it, but Avery just seemed a lot more cool and normal and energetic and just funnier on this interview than she ever did on the show. On the show, she just seemed so serious, and she wasn't really being her true self, I don't think. But in the interview, she was opening up, she was having a good time, and she was kind of just telling it like it is. She briefly mentioned what is going on with her ex and this and that, and she didn't really get into talking about the custody situation, if she actually is seeing her daughter, her older daughter, often. She didn't comment on that much, but she did say that her ex that she is in an illegal battle with is like pretending to be a lawyer. He's making up all this stuff that isn't even close to being true. And I don't know if I just have a bad radar, but when I watched the interview, she was looking in the camera, she seemed genuine, she seemed honest, so I'm not really calling BS on it. I think she really means it. And kind of the icing on the cake was Ash posted a long post that basically kind of just confirmed it. He posted this right there. Now, this is so long, I can't even possibly read this to you guys, but basically he just said, I read the 10 truths about Avery that was posted in that article, you know, and it was written by her ex-husband, and he said that he basically thought about it, and he pretty much just said everything is questionable, and he doesn't believe that it is even true. He has, you know, known Avery for several months. She definitely seems to be a great mom. She is involved in both of the kids' lives, and he even at the bottom said, P.S. Avery may suck at an intimate relationship with a wanky face, but she is a great gem of a mom. So hey, if her ex can even come out, Ash, and say, you know what, that's all BS, it's not true. I am going with her side. I just think that is the case. I don't think she's a deadbeat mom. I think she is a single mom, and I think she's doing the best of her situation, and I think she has a really horrible, god-awful ex. That is just my take on it. Put in the comments below what you guys seem to think. A little bit different than the Jeffree and the Ed and the baby girl Lisas of the world. Sorry, and I know, seriously, like baby girl Lisa is probably honestly better than Ed and Jeffree. Jeffree and Ed are really bottom of the barrel, and you know, Lisa, nah, whatever. I have no thoughts on her, but Ed, after seeing that Instagram thing where he was going off on Rose, man, I wanted to make this video, shed some light on it. I'm actually pretty upset. I really, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, think he needs to get kicked off the show, and they need to do something to this guy. You should never be a bully in general, and you really shouldn't be a bully if you're famous, and now this guy is a quote-unquote celebrity, and it's like, he's a total bully, he's immature, he's rude, and that's the only word I can even think of. He's a bully. If you want to call someone, you know, an innocent young lady, like Rose, say that her breath smells and all this crap, you're a bully, you shouldn't be in the fame, you shouldn't be in the spotlight, and I think someone big, I don't know who, maybe TLC, maybe 90 Day Fiance, they need to call this guy out, they need to pull him off the show, and they need to get the guy off like social media and stuff too, because he keeps doing weird stuff on his social media where it's like, this guy needs to just get out of here, go back to your stupid job, and go back to no one knowing you, and stop doing interviews. That's the other thing. People need to stop interviewing this guy, because when everyone interviews him, it just makes his head bigger and it makes me even cockier. So sorry for the little rant, but I woke up really mad when I saw that comment about Ed and everything he was doing. Either way, put in the comments below what you guys think of Ed and Avery and the last episode of 90 Day Fiance, What Now? I want to hear from you guys, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for many more.